Alright, so we're just going to work with some layers today. Give you a brief overview. So we'll just clear these out, and we'll just work with these two layers right here. And think of this white layer as sort of a piece of paper on a desk or something like that. And this black one as a slightly smaller piece of paper on top of that white paper. So just as you would in real life, you could move this over here, over there, on top of your regular paper, and you can move your bottom piece around your desk like this. As you can see, you've got the transparency checkerboard thing back there. Show you you're moving it around, and with layers, you can add more layers, and we'll just make this one visible. That's what these the little eyeballs next to each layer makes it invisible and visible. I don't know if CS3 has that. I mean, it should, but I use CS2. I like it. It works great for me, and I don't see any reason to upgrade, so I won't. And so now you can move the red independently of the black and white, and also the black independently. And this box here shows you the order in which they appear in your composition. So things at the top of the list are the things that appear at the top of your image. So because the red is over the black, it's going to show above the black in your final piece. And say, why is this useful? Well, if you're making some different things, you might want to experiment a little, and you don't know exactly what your final product is going to be right from the beginning. So let's say I'm making an interface or something like that, and I have my black over here and my red over here. Now, if all these layers were together, let's just say you could shift click both layers, so select them both, it would move like this. And if, say, my red is perfect, that's exactly where I want my red, well, I don't want to move that when I move the black. But because it's on a separate layer, I'm free to move this independently, and I can put it right there if I want it. Now, if you add some text, you want to move your text and position that where you want, say right here, and you can do that. Now, as I said before, the position dictates where in the piece each thing falls. So because the text now is over the black, so you can see it, but it's under the red, so you can't see it. It's hidden. If you switch this and bring it over, then the text goes on top of the red. So as you see, this is basically top to bottom view order of things here. So if you've got that, once you get that down, Photoshop becomes real easy and pretty intuitive. It's not a difficult concept, I don't think, but I guess maybe people don't get it right away. Whatever, that's how it works. Anyway, we'll just switch to standard, get that out of here, and open this up. And yeah, I've already done some of this stuff, so that's why it looks like things are done. Anyway, so I got a picture of a bike here, and maybe we'll want to add an effect to it, say. So we'll you know what? I'm just gonna delete these layers and we'll just start right from scratch. Nothing will be on. So you've got my bike, and say you want to do an effect, and we'll just set it to overlay. It's simple like that. It's a stupid effect. Oh, just a little tip here. If you add a Gaussian blur, and that's under blur, Gaussian blur, 5 pixels. It doesn't really matter. You'll notice it has a kind of a neat halo sort of effect, like dreamy. It's a neat effect that you can use on. It works best on people, like portraits. It's sort of cheesy, and it could be a little overused, but it's pretty neat, and I like the effect it produces, even if it is cheesy. So but here you see what happens. It gets a little red on this this wooden part. So you might not want that, and you probably don't. And what you would do to get rid of that is you add something called a layer mask. Hit reveal all, and this little box thing pops up on your layer. And basically what this does is if the mask is black, everything shows through. So if you select your mask and hit fill black, you'll notice, whoa, you can see right through everything. If you invert your mask, now you can see everything on this layer is shown. So what would you use this for? Oh, well, you don't like the red, right? We said before. Take a nice fluffy brush and get rid of these red cabinets like that. Real simply, just brush them out. Now, if you just show and de-show this layer, you can see that the cabinetry, the wooden areas, stay relatively the same. And I missed a little part here, but you get the idea. And while it keeps the effect on the bike, but it takes away the effect on the wood over here. So that's basically what you might want to use it for. I know it's not perfect. I missed the wheel and the spokes or whatever. But that's one application of it. And you might say, oh well, why can't you just use the eraser tool? And you can use the eraser tool, and it provides a similar effect, but it's not quite as good because the mask tool preserves all the data in your original image. So it's very easy if you want to remove the mask and keep all the information that was in that particular layer. So for example, say you change your mind, you want that red back. Well, you can just very simply move to a white brush, bring it back like this, or you can delete the layer mask altogether, and everything comes back. With the eraser tool, you're not guaranteed. You'd have to go to the history. It may not be there, and you may be out of luck if it's too far back. And it's just much easier to work with the layer mask. And the layer mask can be used for other things too. For example, if you want to it's one way to remove an object from its background. It might not be the best way, but it's a good way for very complicated scenes with things like this with its spokes. It might be easier to layer mask it out because of the complexity of the background. And what you would do, just zoom in to get a better look. Once again, add the layer mask, reveal all. Just move to your brush and get rid of it. And we can just delete. Okay, it's not very good. We'll just add another layer here, and we'll fill it with gray, so you can see the effect, basically. Oh, and this is still the blurred. Okay, whatever. It's still blurred, so we'll just duplicate this, put it over. Add another layer mask. Reveal. Get this out of here. And now we want to cut out the bike, so we use our brush. Once again, it reveals the gray layer underneath. And you just paint away whatever it is you don't want. I'll just switch to a harder brush around here. And just a quick tip, if you want to raise and lower your brush sizes, use the left and right curly bracket key, and then just brush away. And it's not perfect, of course, and if you really want to get in there, you can just zoom right in. And of course, this is not trying to do this, so it's not coming out great. But yeah, it's slow, sort of tedious, and not all that easy, but it is one way to mask out an image. And there's no real way to automate it, so it's a bit difficult. If you have a Wacom pen tablet, that would make it much easier. But as you can see, if I was a bit straighter and didn't go over, and maybe actually took some time, it would come out fairly decently. Anyway, so that's a brief overview of layer masks and layers themselves. I hope you learned something. See you later.